Wait for some people to get in here. Wait for some people to get in here. Happy New Year's, guys. Just wanted to do a live stream and wish everyone a Happy New Year's. I'm here with my dad.
Happy New Year. I believe it's 2019 already.
Not really, it's gone by really fast.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Believe that.
Happy New Year's, everyone. Figured I'd answer some questions while I'm here and just kind of chat around for a while. This probably won't last super long, but yeah. So we're just hanging out.
Yeah, weren't we supposed to go to a party or something?
We were supposed to go to a party. Didn't quite work out that way.
It's freezing.
It's like, freezing and it's snowing and
it's like -2 degrees outside. I don't know. It's cold.
Yeah, it's just not super ideal to go anywhere. So we're kind of stuck here.
But we're still drinking it up, right?
Well, you are.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But yeah, I hope you guys like the videos I've been posting. I definitely have quite a few more to post in the next week or so. I have a few more audits coming up to post. I just haven't edited them yet, but I definitely have some more videos. So just wanted to say hi to all my new subscribers and all my old subscribers that have been hanging out. And don't drink and drive, might spill your beer. Says Pac.
Make sure you get Red Dead 2.
My dad says get Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
He really likes that game. Vape Time wants to know, NNC, do you live in the Springs like me? Yeah, I live in the Springs.
Undisclosed location.
Yeah. Undisclosed location. Does my dad approve of what you do? Dad, what are your opinions on what I do on my channel?
I didn't know at first if I would approve, but yeah, I do now. For sure.
He didn't know at first. It was actually funny after I made my first video. I got a text from him like a day later, like freaking out, asking me if I'd been arrested and stuff and wanting to know what was going on. Because he had no idea.
Yeah.
Bike to the top says, Dad, please stop smoking.
No. Not gonna happen.
He says no.
Anything else?
Cool, I live down in Strathmore Valley. Dad approves after that $41,000 settlement.
No, we don't care about that.
That's true. Nah, he didn't really understand, like, at first, like, right away what we were doing, or what the point of what I was doing was, but I like your chair. Thanks. Chair's pretty comfortable. I sleep in it a lot. I look stoned. I don't smoke weed, but I would probably blame that on my camera, because I'm using my laptop camera and it's really shitty. But yeah, I don't smoke, even though that's kind of what everyone thinks of people that live in Colorado. My dad smokes Marlboro Reds. That's what he's got, right? Yeah. Oh, what's up, Wicked Twin 2? Good to see you, man. Happy New Year's. He says sorry, but it will be healthier for you, Dad.
That breaks my heart. I'm not trying to live to be 100.
Neither am I. Wicked Twin 2, what have you been up to, man? It's been a while since I've seen you. So yeah, we're just doing a live stream, hanging out for New Year's. We'll probably only be a few minutes. I just wanted to thank all my subscribers for watching my videos and tuning in.
We got a couple more hours before New Year's hits.
Yeah. It's 10:30, so we got an hour and a half. Old English. Of course, we got the Old English. I love what you did to advance the cop training. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I actually was really happy about getting to see the training video because I really didn't think I was going to be able to see that. My lawyers told me it was going to be confidential, so I didn't think I was actually going to be able to see the training video, but turns out you can just request it through FOIA, and yeah, we got to see the video. It was actually much better than I was expecting. I didn't really think they would actually go over what the law was and what their limitations were, so that was awesome. Vape Time says, so you came to mine yesterday, had an issue with the sheriff's office, and told the officer if he didn't view the general public, he would be scared of doing his job. What you vaping on? I'm vaping on Swedish Candy King. What sheriff's department? I'm curious, because the El Paso County Sheriff's Department where I live is actually really good about our rights and filming and stuff. And I have strawberry yogurt. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to what I buy. I just buy it, to be honest. But I shared all your stuff with my friends. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Got to get back to work, protecting your First Amendment rights and educating the paranoid, and educating my fellow officers. Keep up the good work. There are us in law enforcement that appreciate what you do. Hey, I appreciate that. That's awesome. It's always nice to meet officers that support what we do, and it's nice that people know that, you know, it's not all ill will towards the police and that we support the police as long as they're protecting our rights. So yeah, I love doing what I do, and I'll keep it up.
Did you ever tell them about your grandfather?
Yeah, my grandfather was a police officer actually also. And, you know, he, at least for the most part, supports what I do, it seems. Philip Stratton says, go Spurs go. Yeah, definitely. Love the Spurs. Wicked Twin 2 says DIA tomorrow.
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Oh, wait.
They're having a terrible season.
We just fired our head coach. Damn
it. Wicked Twin 2, I probably won't make it to DIA tomorrow. Just it's hard to get up there. Really, the only way I get around doing audits right now is Uber, and Uber is quite expensive when you're going long distances. So I probably won't make it there tomorrow, but kind of wish. You know, I mean, I'll probably watch you guys' streams when you go up there.
It's gonna be freezing.
Wicked Twin 2, are you going to be there tomorrow? We support good cops, says AK Lady. Absolutely, we do. You know, the police definitely fulfill an important role in society, and although it's not really their job to protect us, they definitely, you know, they do in some ways. And either way, their job's important. It's just important to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to, and it's important to make sure that they're protecting our rights. I want the Cowboys to win, but they suck. That's how I feel about the Broncos this year.
Our stepdad, well, your step-grandpa is a Cowboys fan, so yeah, we're rooting for the Cowboys now.
Y'all needing to fire Vance. I was at the Giants-Broncos game last week we played. I don't know, is that true?
What?
We need to fire Vance.
He already got fired.
He got fired already? Alright.
Yeah, he got fired today.
I didn't know that.
Was gone.
On the last day of the year?
Yeah, that's dude. 7 coaches or something got fired today. 7 head coaches.
Wow.
And a general manager, from what I heard.
Wicked Twin 2 says a lot of people aren't going to be there. I'm always going to try to be there. I always try, man. It's just been rough lately. I won't be able to get my license back until June of this year, so the audits won't be as, you know, as common as they could be. But I just need to take Ubers everywhere I go. So yeah, I probably won't make it to DIA in the morning just because of that. But I'll definitely be supporting you guys. Any comment on Boulder County Jail audit? Yeah, so I've actually been in contact with the gentleman that did that video. I gave him my attorney's information and told him everything about my settlement. And he let me know that he will be contacting them tomorrow. So he'll be in touch with my attorneys. As you guys know, as far as lawsuits go and everything, we got to kind of keep quiet about that stuff at the beginning. But I will definitely update you guys on that situation as much as I can. If not, definitely go subscribe to his channel, and I'm sure he'll update you guys on that as much as he's allowed to. So yeah, no, he'll definitely be following up with that, like I did with my video. And he's got some really good attorneys that he'll be talking to tomorrow. It's gratifying to see the letter you received admitting their wrongdoing. Would love to know what, if any, actions we're taking, says Grizzly Man. So yeah, it was really good. Honestly, I was really happy about that video and that letter just in general, just because they admitted wrongdoing, which I wasn't expecting. So I was definitely happy about that. It is their policy, as far as what their discipline was, to not tell the public. And in my video, I did say that I wasn't going to follow up with that, but I might actually do that. I really do want to follow up and actually see if it is possible to find out what their discipline was. So if I do that, I will let you guys know, and I will let you know what their discipline was, because I am curious about that as well.
What do you think about them not admitting it in public or to the news?
You know, I mean, that's just kind of a...
Expected.
It is expected, and it's just a front, you know, I mean, because their story, what they said to the Gazette, goes to everyone, and they don't want everyone to know that they were in the wrong, I guess, the general public, which isn't very transparent to me, but, you know, I mean, it kind of goes without saying, they gave me $41,000, and they did all this updated training, so anyone with half a brain could figure out that they weren't in the right. So, I think anyone that really actually kind of paid attention to this entire ordeal kind of figured out that they were in the wrongdoing, so I'm not really too worried about it. I mean, they can say what they want. That's part of the settlement agreement, that neither party has to admit any wrongdoing.
What about the fact that I've talked to certain cops that I know, and they agree with you that those cops were in the wrong. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. I think, like I said, anyone with a half brain can figure that out. I think there are a lot of cops that don't, you know, they would rather not admit that they're in the wrong, because then they can continue doing what they're doing. But I think anyone that really looks at it from a logical point of view will know that they're in the wrong. And I think that's pretty clear cut as far as the law states. Colorado, unlike a lot of states, has laws, a specific law that says that it is our right to do what I did that day, and they even admitted in the training video that it's our right not to ID ourselves, unless they suspect us of committing a crime, and they articulate that. DIA is a New World Order stronghold for when shit hits the fan, says by Demons Benjamin. What's your opinion on that?
Definitely could be.
I wanna hear what your opinion is on that, because we actually talk about that a lot.
There's some interesting things with that. I've looked into that some. Definitely possibility. They went way over budget and many months behind schedule for developing DIA.
For building DIA, yeah.
Apparently, allegedly, there's a lot of underground things going on, according to the workers, some of the workers there. But
yeah, it'd be definitely really interesting to audit DIA, and I know you guys are doing that, and I wish I could make it, because I would definitely be looking at stuff. But you know, while you guys are there, Wicked Twin too, definitely look at like the symbolism and all the pictures they have and stuff around the airport, because I bet there's definitely a lot of interesting things we'll see. Who will be there? Local guys or people like James Freeman, News Now Patrick. Yeah, it'll be local people. It'll be Denver people. I probably won't say that on the stream right now, but they're still doing construction, says Wicked Twin too. Oh yeah, I don't doubt that, and I don't doubt that there's a lot going on with that airport that they don't tell the public. DIA stands for Denver International Airport.
I wonder if that underground train thing is real, like they were talking about that.
Oh yeah, no, I've been to DIA. They definitely have an underground rail system that you go to your actual flight from.
I mean, but from the secret underground that extends all over the country, that they talk about. A hidden underground railroad, sort of, but
I don't know. There's definitely probably a lot of stuff that we don't know about there, but
for the government and high-ranking officials, I don't know.
I mean, if shit hits the fan, you can definitely bet that the rich and all the government officials will have somewhere to go. So I don't know. You never know. It's just nice to kind of keep an open mind about all that stuff. Let's see. Well, we know that they were wrong. but the reason to lie about this is to prevent further lawsuits. Well, if anyone that keeps up with any auditors really and kind of follows like what goes on with even, you know, simple First Amendment audits and stuff, it's very clear that the government will do what they can to cover up stuff. As far as lawsuits, if you guys have been following Eric Brand at all, you might know that they threw him in a mental installation, or at least part of the jail it's a mental installation, and it kind of seems at this point that they're trying to kind of paint a mental history on him just in case, you know, if they were ever to discover that he committed suicide in the jail, they could say, well, he had a long mental history of, you know, suicidal tendencies.
That's why he needs to get his own evaluations done. I'm sure he already knows this by an actual psychologist.
But like I said, I'm sure his attorneys know everything that happens behind those bars, and I'm sure he's definitely instructed people that he's not suicidal, and he would never do anything like that. So, you know, we'll kind of see how that goes. But I definitely pray for his safety in jail. I mean, it's kind of scary. He's in jail from a municipality that he has 7 open lawsuits against right now. So, you know, I mean, it's...
What's he accused of right now?
He got put in jail for I don't know what the actual charge is. I would assume it's defacing public property because he chalked the sidewalk.
That's what he got arrested for?
That's what he's in jail for, yeah. For chalking the sidewalk. Has anyone heard about martial law being declared?
Not anything new.
No, I haven't heard that, but I doubt we would until the UN shows up at your door.
That could happen at any moment, but...
This is why we own firearms. Daytime, I look out my window and see NORAD. You must live pretty close to the mountainside.
Our grandpa used to work at NORAD.
Yeah, I have family that worked at NORAD and works on the... Peterson Air Force Base, so I have a lot of military family. Eric is good. He's going to call me every day, says AK Lady. Awesome. Well, if you post anything about that, I'll definitely be sure to check it out. I've been wanting to go up there to see if I could maybe get visitation with him, but I've been seeing a couple of the calls he did from the jail. 7 open cases, says Wicked Twin 2. That's what I thought I heard. Vondra Victor says, we have been in a state of martial law since 1933. Check stopthecrime.net and is renewed with every president.
Is he talking about like the Federal Reserve or something?
I don't know what year the Federal Reserve was founded, but I definitely know that was a mistake.
Which, yeah, we've definitely been under not American control for quite some time.
Yeah, to mention that our country is owned by other people. Our banks are owned.
Private corporations.
Like
the Federal Reserve, yeah.
Fighting City Hall requires a large number of supporters, therefore using the video/YouTube methods gives you a chance to give more support. Always be respectful but assertive. Yeah, I always try to be respectful but assertive because you never really know who you're going to come in contact with. You don't know, you know, what they're how they're going to act, and you don't know what they believe in. So I always try to be respectful. If they don't deserve to be, you know, if they don't deserve respect, then I usually won't give it to them. I kind of believe that respect is earned, not given. So usually in audits, I try to be respectful at first, but I'm always assertive. You always need to assert your rights. Don't ever let someone be nice and coward you out of exercising your rights. China owns the U.S., says Wicked Twin 2. I don't doubt that.
We don't own some of it for sure. We don't know how much exactly.
Yeah, there's no way to really know, but all we can know is that us citizens are supposed to own the U.S. and are supposed to control the government, but we don't. Pink Camera Magic, good to see you in here. Thanks for being in here. I love your channel and I love what you do. Most people don't know about that. I do know they bailed us out. China bailed us out.
They've helped us out before. But it's for their own interests, not ours necessarily. If our economy collapses,
I doubt the communists help us out for our interests.
There's probably the economies are all intertwined. If America collapses,
well, China makes a lot of money because of us,
right? And we owe them a lot of money. So if our economy collapses, it's likely that so are theirs, and so is a large part of Europe's, and it's just a domino effect after that. So yeah, it could happen anytime. Look at 2008. You know, you don't know. From 1929, there's many examples.
Do you think the Beaner cops are the worst? That's what he says. Was that supposed to mean like Mexican cops are the worst? One thing I don't know if I've like really been outspoken about this, but I think the left media really tries to play. They try to play cops off as being bad because they're racist, and the right side really tries to play it off as like cops don't really have a problem, you know, just in general. Which I think yeah, they're both wrong. I think anyone with decent knowledge about police and all the shit that's happened with them is it's really in the middle. It's not that they're racist, and it's not that they don't have a problem. It's just that they have a control problem. And I mean, that's kind of how they're trained, is to control us and extort money from us. So I don't think it's a racist problem. I don't think it's that they don't have a problem. It's just that they're not held accountable and they don't do what they're supposed to. And I don't think a lot of auditors address that. I don't think a lot of channels out there like address that. I think a lot of auditors or auditor channels seem to think that the big problem with police is racism, when it's really just that they violate our rights, and the entire thing behind this movement is our rights. It's not about racism, and it's not about that at all. It's just about upholding our rights, and I think a lot of people kind of misconceive that. We own the country, says Tommy Stock. Well, according to the Constitution.
That's why I'm glad you do what you do as far as upholding your rights. A lot of people don't know and understand their rights, so it's always good that when people stand up for their rights in this country, because we're losing them fast.
Accidentally killed my mic for a second there. But we could talk about the Young Turks for hours on here. We have some pretty strong opinions. Like I said, I have a very large variety of subscribers on my channel and probably a large variety of beliefs. So I mean, people can believe what they want, and we can talk about that. But really, the biggest concern for me, at least as far as this channel goes, is our rights. And you know, when the government is obstructing our rights, or really trying to, or when people are voting out our rights voluntarily, that's kind of the biggest concern for me. And I don't think that the Young Turks has a very I think they have a very biased view on that. I think they only care about their rights when it applies to them.
There's a problem in this country going on with indoctrination and political agendas. I mean, it goes really deep, but it's obviously going on, and it's gaining strength. The news isn't the news anymore. You can't trust the news.
Well, I think the government is using our media as propaganda to kind of try to split us apart. Propaganda. That's what it seems like. It seems like they're using the media to split us apart as a country. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I won't get into what we believe on that exactly and why that is. That's for another video, I guess. But I believe there's pretty strong evidence to suggest that there's a lot of bullshit going on, and that it doesn't really matter what side you're on, the left or the right. It's hard to trust mainstream media, and that's why we kind of do what we do, is because you're not going to get a very balanced opinion on things as far as our rights go nowadays. I mean, you know, I tend to be a more right-leaning person, but even for someone like me that owns firearms, you know, it's hard to trust the NRA or President Trump when both claim to be about our gun rights, but then turn around and actively try to get rid of those rights. You know, I mean, the NRA and Trump have both been in favor of bump stock bans and raising the age limit to 21, which is completely unconstitutional. So it's hard nowadays, really. No matter what side you're on, you have to kind of look past all that and realize that both sides are out there to get rid of your rights. The government doesn't want us to have our rights, and you got to be really careful about that. So that's why I have this channel. It's all about protecting our rights, no matter what side you're on or no matter what you believe, because our rights are really the most important thing we have.
One thing's for sure, though, when citizens unite, we run the country. When we don't,
absolutely,
we don't run shit. And that's the way it is. That's the truth. That's the way it's always been. If the citizens would unite and stand up for their rights and know what they're talking about, well,
and that's why they want to get rid of our First Amendment and our gun rights. Right now, they're trying to get rid of both. They're starting to convince people that things like hate speech and, you know, differing opinions should be illegal, and they should actually get arrested for that, which is completely unconstitutional. And they're starting to convince us that we don't need our guns anymore. We don't at least need specific kinds of guns. So,
Do you think you guys have a church key or a bottle opener?
I have a bottle opener.
no, go ahead. I'll do that.
Matt said that he can open it.
The media is the most effective tool. IG, they can use the media to keep us scared. We stay subservient and dependent. What is the title of the video that shows this? I'm pretty sure I've seen it, but I have seen hundreds of these vids. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Peaceful way, be respectful, even if the bad guys are disrespectful first. Don't answer disrespectfully, otherwise bad guys will edit out their disrespect. That happens first and you lose. Yeah, of course, and it always goes a long way in court, especially if you're talking directly to a judge when you were respectful the entire time. So I think it's good. There's a time and place, really, for not being respectful. I mean, we can be respectful right now and still preserve our rights, but if it comes to a time where, you know, we need more than words to preserve our rights, then being respectful won't really be relevant. When they pry it from my cold dead hand, says by demons driven. Absolutely. That's absolutely true. But you guys got to realize, you know, most tyrannical governments in history that have deprived the citizens of their firearms didn't just go door to door one day taking them. They did exactly what our country is doing, which is by using propaganda to convince the citizens that we don't need our rights anymore, and by passing laws to vote out our rights one by one, which is what our country is doing. We're banning one thing at a time. Right now it's assault weapons and bump stocks, and after that's illegal, it's going to be bolt action rifles, which we use to hunt, and they're going to claim that those are sniper rifles. And then after that, they're going to finally realize that you know, handguns do 95% of the murders in this country, so then they're going to want to outlaw those. And, you know, by the time people realize it and actually care, we're not really going to have any more rights. So it's really good to realize that as soon as possible.
They're trying to convince people that if you give up your rights, they'll protect you. Like, it's a false sense of security.
Even though the Supreme Courts have upheld
Right.
multiple times that it is not the government's responsibility to protect you.
Right.
It is not the police's job. It is your job and your job alone. Am I following Eric Brandt? He's an incredible auditor in Colorado. Absolutely, I am. And, you know, I've done videos with him before. He's a pretty awesome guy. And he's in jail right now. But, yeah, no, absolutely. So, yeah. Alright. So I kind of went on a rant there for a while. You got anything to say?
They couldn't open a bottle with a bottle opener, so I opened it with a lighter. They were like, wow.
Well, they got some, like, cider or something?
Yeah.
Oh, alright, well. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I really just wanted to wish you guys a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And thanks for watching. I definitely have some more videos coming in the next week or two. So, yeah. Thank you, guys. Stay safe out there. Keep celebrating. And I'll see you guys soon.